This conference will now be recorded.
In the last class, we have seen about final keyword, inner classes, access modifiers, and encapsulation. Today, we are going to discuss two important topics, abstract classes and interfaces. Before we go to these abstract classes and interfaces, let me take one important note again. That is, if a base class reference refers to the subclass object. If a base class reference refers to the subclass object, then it can invoke only the overridden methods of subclass. It can invoke only the overridden methods of subclass. Yeah. Hello, Sagar.
Hi.
Yeah, hi, Sagar. Hello, Sindhu. Yeah, hi, Sindhu.
Hi guys, good morning.
Yeah. Sagar, did you got the previous class recordings?
No, this is my first class. I haven't got anything yet.
Yeah, yesterday I've sent it to you.
That's to my email ID.
Yeah, to your email ID. Just a second. Right. Yeah.
Okay, I will just double check it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'll share my email ID through chat window. Just to send one test mail to me. If you are unable to get, just send a test mail to me.
Okay.
I've sent my mail ID to you in the chat window. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make a note of my email ID, and you can send one test mail to me so that I can send the recordings once again to you.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. So do you have some background of Java, right? Before?
No. I had a knowledge about Python. In my engineering,
Okay.
I did
Mm-hmm.
Python. That's brief, not like too in depth.
Okay. So because already we have done with some classes here, so you
Okay.
need to complete all the things.
Yeah.
Okay. Or we started a batch at 7 p.m. IST. 7 p.m. IST, a new batch. If possible, you can join this.
I work in the morning sessions, like from.
Okay. Yeah. That's the reason I think you might have chosen this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Just tomorrow and after tomorrow, you try to complete
Sure.
all the previous classes, and any questions you can ask. Okay, Sagar. Just it will take some little time, 1 week time to cope up with this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So coming to this note, if a base class reference refers to the subclass object, then it can invoke what? Only the overridden methods of subclass. Like example, if you take a class vehicle with a method drive with some code inside. If you take a class car extends vehicle, and we are overriding the drive method here. So this is our overridden method. Means whatever the method we write in vehicle, if we write same method as it is in subclass, we call this one as overridden method. Now, if you take one more method like change care, so this is not a overridden method, right? Now when you are creating objects, see here how we are going to create now vehicle v equal to new car. Up to now, we use it to say vehicle V equal to new vehicle, car C equal to new car, student S equal to new student, like that. But now what we are saying, see, vehicle V equal to new car means base class reference. If a base class reference, we call this one as reference, refers to subclass object. I am referring to subclass object. Now by using this reference, if you call drive method, which drive method is it going to invoke? This one. That's the point. Then it can invoke only overridden methods of subclass. Whatever the class object you see after equal to, you blindly go to this class. So always goes to overridden. So what is going to happen here? Invokes drive method of car. Now by using this reference, if you try to call change gear, this will go with error. This goes with what? Error. Because see the point? If a base class reference refers to subclass object, then it can invoke only overridden methods of subclass. Since change gear is not overridden, we cannot invoke that method. So this point is important for us in order to go to the next topics. If you do reverse way, like car C equal to new vehicle, car C equal to new vehicle, this will go with error. Only base class can refer to subclass, but subclasses cannot refer to base classes. Not possible. Let us move to the next topic and very important one for today's class. That is abstract classes. Abstract classes. Right? So what is this abstract classes? It is used to form the rules or specifications. It is for what purpose? To form the rules or specifications. Let me elaborate more on this. If you take a class like sample with a method inside, and if you are writing some code inside the method, means after the method name, if you see simple curly braces also, then we call it as the method is defined or implemented or concrete method. When you take a method and if you write some code inside the method, even simple curly brace also, we call it as defined or implemented or concrete method. If you take one more method like y, and after parenthesis, I'm just ending with semicolon, no curly brace, means no code inside, then this method we call it as declared method or declared method. So when you declare a method, whenever you declare a method, then we have to use a keyword before method abstract. We have to use a keyword before method abstract. Now, when a class contains abstract methods, then we have to make the class also as abstract. So what are the definitions here? A method which is declared is called as abstract method. Then an abstract class contains zero or more abstract methods. If an abstract class contains the abstract methods. Now let us understand what is the use of this abstract class. Now, if you take one more class, sample1, extends sample. Sample1 extends sample. Sample is what type of class? Abstract class. Now onwards we should say sample as what? Abstract class. If any class extends our abstract class, in this abstract class, how many abstract methods are there? One. This we have to override compulsory. This method we have to override compulsory. That's the main thing called as rules or specifications. When we want to ensure your subclasses should override some methods compulsory, then we form the rule with abstract class and subclass should override that methods. So this is like planning, like what methods are required in our classes and some other developer. This is generally created by the team leader, project leader, just making a planning, and team member will override the methods. So the method names planning is done by some other programmer. The code written inside the method is taken care by some other programmer. So this is for planning purpose. And we can even have other methods. What is the major point here? If a class extends an abstract class, if a class extends an abstract class, then we need to override all abstract methods. We need to override what? All abstract methods. If your class contains 10 abstract methods, then in subclass I should override all 10 abstract methods. Now, let us suppose if we take a class sample2, extends sample to extend sample, then we are going with only the method PPP. Then we are going with the method only PPP. So in sample 2, we are not overriding this YYY method, abstract method YYY. So if you are not overriding, compiler will give error. If you are not overriding, compiler goes with what? Error. Okay, but I don't want to go with error. We want to make compiler happy. So to remove that error, we have to make your class once again as abstract. So what is the point? If a class extends an abstract class, we need to override all methods, else, all abstract methods, else means if you are not overriding, else make the class as abstract. So this is the major point what we are going to use. Clear this point, all of you? Right? Now, we cannot create objects for abstract classes. We cannot create what? Objects for abstract classes. Means sample is abstract class. So sample is equal to new sample goes with error. But we can create references referring to the subclass object. We can create what? References referring to the subclass object like this. Sample S1 equal to new sample 1, where sample 1 is a subclass of sample. I can refer to subclass. So this is valid. Just now we have seen no vehicle V equal to new car. These type of things are possible. But directly creating objects for abstract classes are not possible. Then, one more last point. Courses is a relationship. Courses what is a relationship. Now, I said no, whenever we use extends keyword, whenever we go with inheritance, the meaning between the classes should be what? Easy. Now, let me elaborate this using a program. Abstract demo. Open Eclipse. Right click on project ends in new class. Abstract demo. Click main method inside. Now, here, let us create a class vehicle with a method drive. I'm ending with semicolon. And one more method, apply break. where we will go with the message applying break. Observe here. So if you see this try method, we have ended with semicolon. So when you end with the semicolon, so whenever you create a class, and when you create a method, and if you are ending with semicolon, then we call declared method. And when you declare a method, what keyword we have to use before method is it? Abstract. What keyword we have to use before method? Abstract. And if a class contains abstract methods, make your class also as abstract. What is abstract method? A method which is declared is called as abstract method. And if a class contains abstract methods, we have to make your class also as abstract. Then, now if you take a class car, extends vehicle. Class car extends vehicle. And we are going with the method change gear. And we'll say changing gear. Now, observe here, under car, we are getting the error. Under car, we are getting error. Okay, because if any class, this is the major point, if any class extends our abstract class, then what is the point I said? When you extend this abstract class, we have to override this abstract methods. We have to override this method here. If you don't want to override now, I don't want to override, then we have to make our class once again as abstract. See the error message? See, compiler is helping you out here. The type car must implement the inherited abstract method try. So compiler is informing you to override try method. If you don't want to override, make our class once again as abstract. See here, the error will go off. Let us override the method. Void try. We will say, so we'll go with the message driving a car. Now, coming to main method. If you are trying to create object of vehicle, then goes with what? Error. So we cannot create objects for abstract classes. We cannot create objects. Only references like this. Vehicle, V equal to new car. So we are creating a reference referring to subclass object. Now by using this V, we can call the method drive. So when you say v.drive, it will go to this drive method and this message will be printed. And by using this V, we can call apply break. By using B to try to call change gear, this will go with error. What is the point I said at the beginning? When a base class reference refers to subclass object, it can invoke only overridden method. Since change gear is not overridden, we cannot invoke it. It will go with error. Then how to invoke change gear? By creating object of car directly. By creating object of car directly, we can invoke change gear. So when we run, we get simple messages. Clear all of you? Any questions? No. Let me take one more example to understand more of these rules. Let us suppose if you are having a parrot, we are having a parrot. Parrot is having a functionality whistle. Parrot is having a functionality what? Whistle. Means it contains a method whistle. Let us consider we are having a person. Person also can whistle. Person also can whistle. Now we want to ensure that. This whistle method is present in parrot as well as person. What we want to ensure, this vessel method is present in parent as well as person. When we want to ensure some methods need to be present in your classes, then we create the rule. How to create the rule? By using abstract classes. So we create one abstract class, Whistler, with the abstract method, Whistle. Now, when you are writing the code, we ensure that parent extends Whistler, person also extends Whistler. So when you are writing the code in this format, how to read? Parent is a Whistler. I said no, whenever we use extends keyword, we have to read is a. So parent is a Whistler, parent is a Whistler, and person is also is a Whistler. But is it meaningful? Are we Whistlers? No. No. So is a relationship is not coming. And when you write the code in this format, the final meaning comes parent and person belongs to same family. Like what is the meaning of same family? Like car, bike, bus belongs to family vehicle, table, chair belongs to family furniture, saving account, current account belongs to your family account, like that. So similar way, can you say person and parent belongs to same family? No. Even pressure cooker also whistles. Can we say person and pressure cooker belongs to same family? No. So easy relationship is not coming here. We are not getting this easy relationship in this example. But what is the point is it? Abstract classes forces easy relationship. But in this example, we are not getting easy relationship. But we want to form the rule. So in that case, we go with interfaces. In that case, we go with what? Interfaces. What is the use of interface? Same. It is used to form the rules or specifications. The main thing does not force easy relationship. It won't force. We can even have easy, but it won't force. Then what is an interface? What is an interface is, in an interface, all data members are public, static, and final by default. If you take an interface, by default the variables are public, static, and final. In an interface, all methods are public and abstract by default. By default the methods are public and abstract. Like example, how to create interfaces by using the keyword interface and the interface name. I'll say I1. Now, if you declare any variable like max equal to 100, if you declare any variable, then by default this variable is public, static, final. So public means we can access outside. Static means we can access this variable with interface name, and final means the value cannot be modified. If you go with the methods, by default the methods are public and abstract. The default methods are what? Public and abstract. This square brackets indicates optional to write. By default are optional. So even you are writing or not writing, Java will write these keywords for you. Okay, that's meaning of square brackets here in this example. Now, same point. If a class implements an interface, class to class, we use the keyword extends. Class to interface, we use the keyword implements. If a class implements an interface, then we need to override all abstract methods. Else make the class as abstract. Same principle. Like example, If you take a class C1, implements I1. The class C1 implements what? I1. The keyword what we use between class and interfaces implements. Then in this I1, how many abstract methods are there? 2. So this we need to override here. We have to override those methods. And if you are not overriding, one also, we have to make our class once again as abstract. Now, same point, we cannot create objects for interfaces, but we can create references referring to the subclass object. To try to create object for interface, then this will go with error. But we can create references. I1 equal to new C1 referring to subclass object. This is valid. Just now we have seen a vehicle V equal to new car. That is possible. Now, in Java, a class can extend how many classes? In Java, a class can extend how many classes?
Only one.
Only one, right? We can extend only one because Java does not support multiple inheritance. But here, a class can implement multiple interfaces. A class can implement what? Multiple interfaces. So like example, if you create one interface I2 with the method z, then if you create a class T2, we can say implements I1 comma I2. I1 comma I2, and we have to override which methods now? We have to override the methods of I1 and I2. We have to override methods of I1 xxx y and even z also. Right? A class can extend only one class, but it can implement multiple interfaces. Class to class, in between class to class, which keyword we use? Extends. In between class to interface, we use keyword implements. In between interface to interface, extends only. Like example, you can say interface I3 extends I1. In between interface to interface, extends. Interface to class. In between interface to class, error, not possible. Interface to class is not possible. The final part, an interface can extend multiple interfaces. An interface can extend multiple interfaces like this. Interface I4 extends I1 comma. This is also possible. An interface can extend multiple interfaces. Clear these points, all of you? Any questions? Now, let us understand these points using the program. Interface demo. Open Eclipse. Right click on project in new class interface demo with main method. Now, let us create one interface shape with a method draw. The method draw. So let us create a class circle implements shape. Circle implements shape. Now see, we are getting error. We are getting error under circle. See the message. The type circle must implement the inherited abstract method draw. So means we have to override the draw method. Let override draw method. Go with the message drawing a circle. Coming to main method, creating object of shape is not possible because we cannot create objects for interfaces. This with error. Only references like this. Shape is equal to new circle. Now by using this reference s, we can call the method draw. But if you observe in line number 7 under draw method, we are getting error, right? Can you observe that? We are getting error even though we are overriding. The reason behind that is the draw method in interface shape. This draw method in interface shape, is it a public method? The draw method in interface shape, is it a public method? Yes, right? Because what is the point I said? By default, the methods in interface are public and abstract. Even you are writing keyword public or not, Java will write for you. So this is a public method. This is what a public method. When you override a public method, overridden also should be what? Public. Overridden also should be public. So what is the point here? In implementing means overriding interface methods. In implementing interface methods, overridden method should be public. Overridden method should be public. So this rule is not only for interface. Anywhere when you are overriding public methods, overridden also should be public. Now see when we run, we get simple message drawing a circle. Clear this code all of you? Now let me take one note. From Java 8 version, we can define methods in interfaces using default keyword. From Java 8, we can even define methods also in interfaces like this. We can take a method like void fill. Go with the message filling. See, we are getting error because in interface we cannot define methods. But from Java 8, we can define methods using what keyword? Default keyword. By using default, we can even define methods. Now, how to call this method? By using this reference s, we can call the method fill. So when we run, we get the message filling. From Java 8 version, we can define static methods in interfaces. From Java 8, we can even define what? Static methods. From Java 9 version, we can define private methods in interfaces. From Java 9, we can even go with what? Private methods. So these are the features added in 8 and 9 version. One more small note. Abstract and final are illegal combination of modifiers. We cannot combine these two keywords at one place. Like example, If you create a abstract class base, the meaning of abstract class will come only when you create subclass, because I cannot create object of base at all. So only when you create subclass, then only I can access these base members. But if you make it as final, can we create subclass of final? No. Can we create subclass of final? No. So that's the reason we cannot combine these two keywords with error, because abstract and final are illegal combination of modifiers. Not combine these two keywords. Okay, even for method also. When you make a method as abstract, we have to override the method. If you make it as final, we cannot override. So we cannot use these two keywords at one place. Clear this point, all of you? Any questions?
Raj, one question. In one of the
Yeah.
interview, they asked that what is the advantage we get with this private or static default in interfaces? So, what is the advantage they were asking?
So what is the advantages? So if there
Oh,
is some methods common, yeah. So when you say static method, I can access with interface name, no? I can access
okay.
with interface name. So I need not create any subclass only to override that method. I can provide that functionality of that method in the interface only. So I don't want to make that method to be overridden in subclasses. Just I want to provide some functionality. For that case only, they have given this static methods in interface. Or you want to define some methods which I don't want to use it in subclasses. In that case also, I can go with define methods in interfaces. Only for rules purpose, we go with abstract methods. Else, we can even define methods in interfaces also. So that is the reason they have given this feature for us to define methods in interface, and even we can go with static methods. And why private methods? So in some of the methods of your interface, I want to access some private methods also, which I don't want to give outside of the method. Then we can go with what? Private methods. Clear, Sindhu?
Can you please repeat this private one?
Private is like private, I don't want to give outside of your interface. Private method, I don't want to give outside of your interface, but I want to access within the methods of interface only. So if you're having an
Okay,
interface,
so then, okay.
I'm having an interface, so where I'm having a method fill with some code fill. I'm having a method, I'm having a default method, something like draw. In this draw, I don't want to give this fill method outside of interface. I don't want to give this fill method outside of interface, but I want to make use of this method within the interface. Then I can make it private and I can use over here. Got it?
Uh, So that method will be accessible only within that interface since we
Right,
are
right,
declaring it private.
right, right.
So we have
We are making
to
it
provide definition and implementation there only.
then only we do it. Outside I cannot access. So it's like encapsulation, because I don't want to give some of the details outside of your interface, but I can access only within the interface. In that case, we use these private methods.
Okay. And default method can call that private method.
Yes, because you are in the same interface only, right? Within the
Okay. Yeah.
interface, I can call private members, right? Already we discussed private keyword. Private members are accessible within the same class, or even I can say interface also. Now onwards.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And if static method is there, I can directly use this shape
With the interface.
interface name and I
Interface.
can access.
Right. So I'll
Okay.
come to these points again. I'll go with the why, what static methods are there. Once we come to collection, no, why they made the methods as static, that also we'll have an understand. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Thank you, Raj.
So from beginning, we are discussing about Java coding standards, but let me document it properly. Java coding standards. Already I discussed it, but I'm making a proper document here. Now, when you go with a class name, what is the standard we follow for class name? First letter of every word is capital. First letter of every word is capital. Like example, if you say system, only one word is capital. String, only one word is capital. But if I say employee test, two words are coming. So E and T are capital. E and T are capital. If you take array index out of bounds, exception. In this, A capital, I capital, O capital, O capital, B capital, and E capital. So first letter of every word is what? Capital. If you take a variable, first letter of first word is small. First letter of first word is small, and the remaining words, first letter is capital. And the remaining words, first letter is capital. Like example, if you say out, everything is small. So only one word, everything is small. Then, if you say employee name, so P is small, N capital. Then, customer address, C is small, A capital. Employee net salary, three words are coming. E is small, N capital, S capital. So first letter of first word is small, remaining words first letter is capital. When you go with method, same like variable only. First letter of first word is small, remaining words first letter is capital. Like example, print ln, only one word, everything is small. Next double, two words, N small, D capital. Print stack trace, three words. So P small, S capital, T capital. Calculate net salary, three words. C small, N capital, S capital, like this. Then, next one, final variables. Final variables, all capitals. Like example, max value, max priority, like this. Packages, all small letters. Like example, mypack, form.oop.programs, form.mysql.jdbc, like this. So all smaller case only. Keywords, it's a syntax. Keywords is what? It's a syntax, not a standard, all small letters. When you go with keywords like while, for, try, class, static, final, like this. Okay, all are smaller case letters when you go with keywords, but it's in syntax. So when you are writing your own programs or using any predefined class or method or variable, anything, it follows these standards. You have to follow these standards compulsory. Clear all of you? The Java coding standards. Right? So next class, Monday, for many of you Sunday evening. we'll go with a new topic, LAN package, where we discuss about object class, string class, like that. Okay.